some not very happy about how the process is being conducted. But even as we keep an eye on that, at the Jubilee headquarters, some are still waiting for the results of the appeals that they have forwarded or have been forwarded against them to the party, even with having in mind that today is the deadline at 4 p.m. for anyone who wants to register as an independent candidate, for them to be able to also submit their symbols to the IEBC. Let's speak to our senior reporter, Rita Tinina, who's now joining us from the Jubilee headquarters here in Nairobi. Rita, good afternoon. We've seen queues and queues from where Raquel is. Is it the same situation from where you are?
Well, a very good afternoon to you, Akisa, here at the Jubilee headquarters. Some aspirants are here waiting to hear the verdict from the party's disputes tribunal. Some have been here since Thursday last week. The party was to give rulings yesterday, pushed that to today. But the challenge, as you mentioned there, the party says in a statement that it will give its rulings at 5 p.m. today. That will be even after the IEBC deadline, which means that aspirants who may be dissatisfied with the party's decision will be effectively locked out of the August poll, since they will not have time to present their symbols as well as their forms to the IEBC. And there is a very interesting case here. Remember, the tribunal here, the Jubilee headquarters, has been dealing with about 500 cases, appeals that were lodged by aspirants. Some of those appeals have been dismissed, others have been overturned. The case of Starehe Maina Kamanda's nomination was overturned. Charles Njagua declared the winner. There was also the case of Wasingishu Zedekiah Bundotich, popularly known as Buzeki. That appeal by Bundotich was dismissed. So these are the scenarios that the the tribunal, this Jubilee disputes tribunal, has been dealing with. And as I was saying, there's been a very interesting case here. The nominations in Roysambu constituency, there were 12 aspirants gunning for the party's ticket to run for Member of Parliament. And one person has found himself in trouble with the rest of the aspirants, and this is the incumbent Waihenya Ndirango. The other aspirants claim he won unfairly. Rather, he was not even declared the winner. He declared himself the winner, and yesterday he was going around the constituency celebrating. And they are here. The 11 of them have come together against Waihenya. I'm joined by 5 of them. I'll start with Lee Moshiri. I see you're holding a court order. What is it about?
Now, my name is again Lee Muchiri Kamau, aspirant member of Parliament for Roysambu constituency, and I'm pleased to be here and, of course, to set the record straight. That on the 26th of this month, last month, we did our preliminaries elections in Roysambu constituency, where up to date have not been declared the sure winner. And for record, let me say, one of our friends decided to declare himself the winner, went around the constituency yesterday, as opposed to the court order that I hold here, saying that he was issued with a certificate as the winner, and he was celebrating. But the truth of the matter is that we have not had any declaration of the sure winner in Roysambu. First, the genesis of the matter started on the material day when it was detected that the incumbent one, Waihenya Ndirango, did massive rigging by having ballots marked in his favor and starched in ballots by various people from his supporters. And we as aspirants, all of us came together, petitioned the returning officer, who indeed the following day cancelled the elections of the Member of Parliament for Roysambu. To date, there have never been an announcement by the returning officer who has won the elections. Now, we came back to the party headquarters. We were joined by the Secretary General, Raphael Tuju, and the National Executive Director, Madam Gushu, who gave us an assurance of a repeat election in Roysambu. Actually, Roysambu people have always been waiting for a repeat of elections.
So your 11 of you have come up together. Yes. Who are you supporting amongst yourselves?
Now, because my colleagues are here, they will say that one for themselves. But I want to say here that today, after we saw the appeals board was dilly-dallying with the matter, we went to court. We secured a court order stopping the tribunal and the party from issuing or even pronouncing anyone a winner until the matter is heard and determined. We heard also from the Secretary General.
Okay, I'll go to him. Just to tell us, who have you decided to support?
Let me say that that option was given to us by the Secretary General.
Amongst the 11 of
Yes, amongst the 11 of us, because we were given that option to arrive into a consensus and bring one person who can be awarded the certificate.
Who's that?
Well, let me say that given time, we have already agreed among ourselves, but I don't want to disclose that for now. But actually we have agreed. It's a matter of the headquarters, PNU, Jubilee headquarters, requesting us to hand in our consensus agreement. We are ready with it. Yes.
All right, some of the aspirants here, as I mentioned, 11 of them coming together in an appeal against the incumbent Member of Parliament in Roysambu. Here at the Jubilee headquarters, as I mentioned, 5 p.m. the party says it will give rulings in the remaining appeals, but tomorrow the party will begin issuing certificates. This is an exercise that was scheduled for the 29th of last month. It was pushed to tomorrow, with the party saying it will only issue certificates after all the appeals have been heard and determined. And according to the program that had been issued earlier, the issuance of certificates will begin with those candidates who are unopposed. This include the National Assembly Majority Leader Eden Duale. There is also Bungoma Senator Kenneth Lusaka. So those who are unopposed are the ones who will be given the certificate.